Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the Bank of Montreal Presents Canadian Immigrant Virtual Fair for Western Canada in association with Public Mobile. We are thrilled to have everyone join us today for our speaker sessions. We hope that you're enjoying the day so far. So, I'd like to welcome you to our speaker session, the new clever newcomer, How to Manage Your Money, presented by BMO. We're thrilled to have you join us to get sound advice on how to become money savvy as we establish our financial future in this new country that we call home. With over 200 years of experience in banking, BMO is here today to answer any questions you may have about settling into Canada and make real progress with your financials. Today, we're joined by Paula Oliveira, Regional Vice President, Personal Banking, BMO, and Iqbal Hair, Branch Manager of the BMO University and College Branch. So if you have any questions for Paula or Iqbal, please type them in the chat or in the Q&A. We'll be getting to your questions towards the end of this presentation. You can also email us at info@canadianimmigrant.ca. Please note that this session is being recorded and will be available on canadianimmigrant.ca. So thank you, Paula. Thank you, Iqbal, for joining us today. Before we start, Paula, I want to ask, do you have any advice that you could provide to new immigrants to Canada that might be useful for those joining us today?
Absolutely. And thank you very much for inviting us in. And I'm happy to be sharing the presentation with Iqbal here. When I reflect on my own experience, I'd like to mention two things. First is be resilient. If I remember how difficult it was for me moving to a different country with a different culture, different people, I can only imagine how it's been for you during this difficult time of the pandemic. There is light at the end of the tunnel, like it was for me, and I'm happy that I persevered. So hang in there. Number two, invest in yourself in two ways, professionally and personally. What I mean with that is on the professional side, if you have the opportunity to take courses, attend as many seminars as you can, volunteer if you have the opportunity, and gain that Canadian experience that I'm sure you hear a lot about, it helped me tremendously to grow within my career. And personally, learn more about the Canadian financial industry. Learn about saving and investing money, not just how to make money. And that is why we are here today. And you have Iqbal, who will help you understand more about the financial side, even if you choose not to go with BMO. But mind you, we are the first and the best bank out there. Make sure you get informed and educated, and you know exactly how to adapt and live financially well in Canada. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. And I just want to say thank you to BMO for for being the presenting sponsor of the Canadian Immigrant Virtual Fair. So thank you. So I hand the floor over to Iqbal for his presentation. If you want to know more about Iqbal, just go to canadianimmigrant.ca and search for his name because we've done a Q&A with him recently and it's available online.
Great, thank you so much. My name is Iqbal Hair and I'm the branch manager at the BMO Bank of Montreal branch at University and College here in Toronto, Ontario. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to be invited to this platform and speak with all of you about banking in Canada. So what I'll do is we're just going to transition over to the presentation. Just give me one moment. Here we go. So starting your life in Canada is exciting, but can be overwhelming at the same time. So I'm here to guide you through the first steps you need to take to make your transition as smooth as possible. This information session is designed to help you through the process and to give you an introduction to banking in Canada. Before we jump right into our agenda, let me tell you more about BMO, who we are, and why you should make us your financial partner in this new chapter of your life. BMO is Canada's oldest bank with 200 years of history and comprehensive resources to help newcomers make the right choices for their financial needs. BMO's performance plan was named the best checking account by Money Sense, and BMO Financial Group received the highest customer satisfaction ranking in retail amongst Canada's largest banks in the JD Power 2020 Canada Retail Banking Advice Satisfaction Guide. So whether it comes to years
So
of
sorry.
yes,
I have to interrupt. I cannot see your presentation, and I would guess that
okay.
yeah.
I think I know
just
why.
heard
Give me one moment.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, we see your screen now.
You see it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. So whether it comes to years of experience, product excellence, and of course, customer service, we have it all to make us the financial partner you can trust and rely on whatever challenges or opportunities that may come your way. Today, we will give you an overview of what you need to know about banking in Canada. Why open an account? Learn how to access your money. What do you need to open an account? And build your credit history, understanding the purpose it serves and best practices to building a credit. Learn how to send money to family and friends in multiple ways. And we'll also talk about the limited time BMO account opening offer that we have as well. So opening a bank account is one of the first things you'll want to do. And I'm sure many of you have already opened your first account with your financial institution, because that's because your bank account will allow you to deposit the savings you brought with you, pay your bills, manage your day-to-day expenses, deposit the income you earn in Canada. A bank account will keep your money safe and be easily accessible. There are two types of bank accounts to consider: checking and savings. A checking account will meet most of your everyday needs for depositing and withdrawing money, and is the first account you'll want to set up. It's also a good idea to open a savings account for saving extra cash that you don't need or for daily expenses, but want easy access to. Opening both types of accounts will make it easier to manage your day-to-day banking while you also start saving as soon as possible. BMO Bank of Montreal offers newcomers to Canada 1 free year of performance plan banking. There are several ways to access your bank account and money. You can utilize a debit card, walk into a branch, online banking and mobile banking, and also telephone banking. With online and mobile banking, especially during the pandemic, you can easily pay your bills, transfer funds, manage your investments, and keep track of your money online whenever it's convenient for you. All you need is access to the internet. When you're getting settled in Canada, there may be a number of things you need to buy that will cost you more money than you have. These might include a car, furniture, or appliances for your home, or student education expenses. If you want to borrow money from a bank in Canada, you will need a Canadian credit history. Your credit profile is your financial reputation. Your credit history is created when you first borrow money or apply for credit. Each time you borrow, you build your credit history. Credit card companies and other creditors keep a record of what you owe and when you pay your bills. This information is used to give you a credit score. Banks, rental agencies, and other businesses use this score to help them decide, whoops, something went wrong. Give me here. Sorry. Let's get us back to her. So your credit history from your home country is normally not recognized in Canada. It's important for newcomers to establish a Canadian credit history as soon as possible. Credit cards are widely used and accepted in Canada, and they are more than just a convenient way to shop. They are also needed to rent a car or set up contracts for a mobile phone. And more importantly, for customers to Canada, credit cards are also one of the best ways to establish a personal credit history. One of the key benefits of having and using a Canadian credit card is that it's an easy way to establish a credit history here and build a good credit rating. Even if you have a credit card from your home country, it's a good idea to get a Canadian card to show banks and other lenders that you can borrow and pay back money responsibly. Your good credit history will help you earn a better credit score, which will make it easier for you to borrow money down the road when you want to make a bigger purchase, such as a home or a car. It's important to keep your credit card and your credit rating as safe as possible. Here are steps you can take to protect your credit card and maintain a good credit score. Protecting your card, you want to make sure that you sign the back of your card as soon as you receive it. Report a lost or stolen card immediately. Never write down your credit card PIN, and track your spending online or against your statement. And you also want to make sure that you are protecting your credit rating. You want to make sure that you are paying your bills on time. Pay off your credit card balance in full every month. If you can't pay the full balance every month, try to make more than the minimum by the payment due date. Check your credit profile for errors. It's wise to check your credit profile each year to make sure there are no errors on your file that could compromise your credit worthiness. Many banks now offer free credit monitoring or credit checks in their banking plans. Make sure your payment is received by your bank on or before your due date. Note that phone and online payments are generally processed the next business day. And while mailing a check can take up to 1 full week. And you also want to make sure you don't use credit you don't understand, and don't wait to report any problems that you see on your credit report. And importantly, don't exceed your credit limit. So you must ask, how long does my information stay on my credit report? A credit bureau can keep positive or negative information in your credit report. In general, negative information stays in your credit report for 7 years. This includes missed payments or late payments, accounts which are sent to collection agencies, and previous bankruptcies or consumer proposals. Your credit score is a 3-digit number that comes from the information in your credit report. It shows how well you manage credit. You get points if you use your credit responsibly, and you lose points if you have trouble managing your credit. There are ways to improve your credit score. Always make your payments on time. Don't skip a payment even if a bill is being disputed. And try to use 35% of your available credit. It's better to have a higher credit limit and use less of it each month. For example, if you have a credit card with a $5,000 limit and a line of credit with a $10,000 limit on your available credit, your total available credit is $15,000. Once you know how much credit you have available, you can calculate how much you are using. Try to use less than 35% of your available credit. So in our example of $15,000, try not to borrow more than $5,250 at a time, which is 35% of $15,000. And limit your number of credit applications or credit checks. Apply for credit only when you really need it. Your move to Canada may have separated you from many friends and family members back home. If you need a fast, easy way to send money to them or receive money from them, your bank can help you in several convenient ways. You can utilize wire transfers, Western Unions or money transfers, bank drafts and money orders, and Interac e-transfers within Canada. Wire transfers allow you to send money almost anywhere in the world in any currency. You can send money quickly and securely from your bank branch or receive money directly into your account. To send a wire transfer, all you need is the recipient's name and address, recipient's account number, the name and address of their financial institution. And to receive money through a wire transfer, simply give the sender your customer information and bank account details. In addition to what we've covered today, I want to add that BMO can also help you in many other ways, such as savings and investments, preparing for your children's education and savings, buying a home in Canada, starting your own business, and start planning for your retirement. Or you can even speak with a financial planner to do a thorough financial plan for you. We all work hard for our money. Investing makes the money we earn work for us. So today there are a number of investment options and styles. There's the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, also known as RRSPs. It is a government registered account that holds investments, allowing the account to accumulate in value tax-free until you withdraw at retirement. There's the Tax-Free Savings Account, otherwise known as TFSA. It's a registered savings account that allows you to earn investment income tax-free inside the account. Any withdrawals from the account are tax-free. Lastly, there's the Registered Education Savings Plan, known as the RESP, allows your money to appreciate tax-free in a plan until the beneficiary of the account is ready to attend an eligible post-secondary school. The Government of Canada will help you with saving incentives for your RESP, which are invested alongside with your contribution. These include the Canada Education Savings Grant, where the government will add 20% annually to the first $2,500 contributed to an RESP. The Canada Learning Bond, the Government of Canada will make a one-time payment of $500 to an RESP, plus provide $100 a year until the child turns 15 years old. The maximum is $2,000. And in all of these accounts, you have many investment options. You may purchase guaranteed investment certificates, market-linked guaranteed investment certificates, mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, stocks, and bonds. Our convenient New Start banking package at BMO Bank of Montreal is available to landed immigrants and foreign workers who have arrived in Canada within the last 5 years. And what we're able to offer is a free performance plan checking account for 1 year with unlimited transactions. And you can add up to 20 accounts covered under this plan. Choice of a BMO MasterCard to build your credit history, a free small safety deposit box for 1 year, and a 25% discount on any other sizes for the first year. Bonus interest rate above our posted rates on BMO term investments when you invest $1,000 or more, and mortgage solutions to help you finance your home purchase. Our newcomers account opening offer, you can set up the newcomers checking account and you can earn up to $300 cash back. If you also share your banking plan with your family, and that is anybody who is living in your household, you can also earn an additional $50 bonus offer. And to meet the bonus offer criteria, you must set up at least 2 of the following: a reoccurring direct deposit to the checking account, such as your pay or any government payments, make 1 bill payment of at least $50 through online or mobile banking for at least 2 consecutive months, and set up 1 pre-authorized debit of at least $50 from your checking account and have it at least 2 consecutive months. You can also open up a Smart Saver account and earn 1.25% interest on your balance for 4 months. So what type of identification do you need to open an account? And as I mentioned before, many of you may have already opened the account but for anybody who hasn't yet in Canada, I'll just quickly review what documentation is required. So if you're a Canadian, if you're a landed immigrant, you will require your Canadian permanent resident card or citizenship and a valid photo ID, such as a foreign passport or driver's license in Canada. For a foreign worker, your work permit, and again, your valid photo ID, such as your passport or employee ID card issued by a well-known company. And for an international student, a valid passport and your study permit from a Canadian study permit or your Canadian university or college student ID card that bears your photograph, student reference, and has a barcode. And really important to remember, you must bring your original identification documents and make sure that they are not expired or canceled. And please note that identification requirements vary by bank. you can visit bmo.com for a full list of other identifications which are eligible for opening up accounts. So thank you once again for taking time to attend this virtual seminar today. On this slide, you can find my contact information should you want to book an appointment and learn more about banking with BMO. We're here to help. If you're outside of the downtown Toronto region, I can definitely help facilitate in finding you a suitable branch contact close to you and help you with your inquiries. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Iqbal. That was great. Now we'll go to the Q&A portion. So we have quite a few questions coming in. If you want to send more questions, you can type it in the chat box or in the Q&A feature. If we cannot get to all of your questions, please email us at info@canadianimmigrant.ca and we will have someone get back to you. And Iqbal has also just shared his email, so you can just send the email there as well. So this is a very popular question. You mentioned there was a special offer for newcomers with the GIC program. Could you explain what a GIC is?
Yes. So GIC is otherwise known as a guaranteed investment certificate. So it is a investment where we would invest your money for a period of time. So you can have it for a 1-year period, a 2-year, a 3-year, up to 10 years, I believe is the maximum. And you will earn a fixed rate on that investment for that term. Now, you do have cashable options for your guaranteed investment certificates, or you can have locked in. The cashable ones will vary with different terms and conditions, where you can cash the full amount or a portion of the money if you ever do require it. Whereas the locked in GICs, you won't be able to redeem them prior to maturity. Now, if you do need it prior to maturity, there may be penalties for redeeming it early. And that can vary depending on what your term is and what your rate is on the GIC.
Great. Well, what question shall I take next? Okay, so can a friend open the BMO bank account before she arrives in Canada?
Yes, so we are actually in the works of setting up an online account opening process. It's specifically for a couple of countries. We have it for China already. We're opening it up to India coming soon. But before that, feel free to reach out to me. We do have a process to open up accounts virtually with you, especially during this pandemic. It's made us all a lot more virtual. So we can set up MS Team meetings, we can get your IDs via email, and also be able to verify your identification as well.
Great. If I don't have a credit history, how do I get my first credit in Canada?
So the best thing to do is I mentioned is a credit card. That is the easiest way to start to establish your credit history. It will tell the credit reporting company how you pay your bills, how often, how you spend on your credit card, and it will give you a rating based on that.
Okay, and is there a minimum amount charged for the monthly savings account?
There is. So we do have the promotion on the savings account where the interest rate is 1% for 4 months. And then after that, the interest rate will vary. It'll change. So we do have a couple of different savings accounts. We have the Smart Saver and we have the Savings Builder. And all financial institutions have their own variants of the savings accounts. So for example, our Savings Builder account, if you put in $200 minimum per month and grow your balance month over month by 200, you will receive a bonus interest rate on top of the regular rate.
Okay, so I have lived here for more than 5 years. Can I access any of your, can I have any benefits as I sign on?
So if you've been in Canada for more than 5 years, you wouldn't be considered as a newcomer to Canada. But email me and I can go over different options that may be available to you, because there are still ways to get free banking. And there's, even without the promotional rate of the savings account, there are various investment options that could still earn you a good potential return.
Great. And this is a follow-up, I think. You said, get your first credit card for my credit history. How can I get my first credit card?
Simply by going to your financial institutions or come on over to BMO Bank of Montreal. We can definitely help you apply for your first credit card. Great,
thank you. And all information is available on BMO. Will you share your website address again?
Yes, it's www.bmo.com.
Okay, great. And a list of your branches are also on the website, right? People can find the one that's closest to them.
Yes.
In non-COVID times and in COVID times?
Yes. So all of our branches are open during the pandemic. Some of them may have slightly adjusted their hours, but we are all open, especially with virtual appointments. That's been pretty much what we've been doing during the pandemic.
Yes, all of us are having to adapt. So thank you for that. I think that's all we have time for today. Thanks again, Paula Iqbal, for taking time to speak with us. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Bank of Montreal, our associate sponsor, Public Mobile, our gold sponsors, Canadian Association of Professional Immigration Consultant, PICSBC, and to all of our exhibitors. Please feel free to rejoin the fair and chat with our exhibitors. We're here to help you. And the fair is open till 4 p.m. today, 4 p.m. Vancouver time. Our next session will be at 2 p.m. Pathways to Permanent Residency with IRCC Outreach Officers. So thanks again, Paula, and thanks, Iqbal, and look forward to seeing you at another time. Thank you.
Thank you.